Man. Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh, I'm so excited for this game, man. Dragon's Dogma 1 was great. Dark Arisen was awesome. Of course, playing it now in 2024, 2023, not the best game out there, but for its time, it was so much fun. And, you know, me as somebody who never had friends to play with growing up, like, holy shit, you know, like making my own companions, my own allies. Yeah, it was game-changing for me. I was like, yo, it's like I'm playing with imaginary friends here. Also, this, I don't know why, this is like the sexiest Sphinx I've ever seen. Why does it have titties that big? Jesus. Yeah, the Sphinx looks cool.
スフィンクスで謎々をやりたい。ただアクションゲームだからアクションゲームで謎々を解かせよう。
Solve the Sphinx's puzzles by action. Oh, that's cool.
いっぱい謎々を作ったので、謎々をアクションで解くのを楽しみにしていただければと思っています。はい。
Oh, the Sphinx is just like an NPC. I thought it was a boss. I wonder if you could just attack the Sphinx though and turn it into a boss like some Elden Ring stuff.
会話の中で正解がこれだっていうことを決定した後、覗き込んでくるんですよね。プレイヤー本当にそれでいいの？
He looked really proud of that. I love it. That's so wholesome. He looks so proud of that, like, addition. It was like, yeah, when you ask this, when you answer the Sphinx looks at you and says, "Are you sure about that? Are you really sure about that?" That's cool. That's cool. My one complaint with the first Dragon's Dogma, but like I said, older game, I kind of understand the limitations, but I'm a huge advocate for monsters. I love adding in as many mobs as possible. Whenever I play Minecraft on a modded server, I add like a bajillion different variations of monsters just because I'm a big fan of the variety. Dragon's Dogma 1 did not have a lot of variety at all. I think they maybe had 10 monsters in the entire game. I could be capping when I say that, but like it feels like it. Like I'm trying to think back and remember. I'm like, okay, they had goblins, they had a bigger dude, they had a cyclops, they had a chimera and a dragon, and they had a couple of like flying birds, and that's all I can honestly remember right now. So I really hope Dragon's Dogma 2 has a wide variety of monsters to fight, because that's one of my problems with Genshin Impact, where in Genshin Impact, like I've said this before time and time again, because I think Genshin Impact is the biggest. Oh man, they are a criminal when it comes to it, when it comes to monster variety. Because I remember popping on Genshin Impact the day it released here in North America, and I was playing, and I was so happy. I was like, this is some great gameplay, you know? Oh man, the aesthetics are fantastic. And then I go outside, I kill a slime, and I'm like, okay, that felt good. You know, I killed a slime, oh man, I can't wait to see what endgame Genshin Impact looks like. And then I looked up endgame Genshin Impact, and they're fighting the same slimes and plants that I was fighting as somebody who just started the game, and that was so off-putting to me. Like, sure, they had a couple of more dudes here or there, but like in general, it's the same cast of monsters, and it's like, dude, I don't want to feel like Goblin Slayer by the time I'm hitting endgame. You know what I mean? Like Goblin Slayer, this dude's over here killing a bajillion goblins. He wanted to do that. That was his whole motto. For me, I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to be killing slimes. I don't want to be the slime slayer. No, dude, I need variety. And here's the thing, I am easy to please. It can honestly be reskinned enemies, you know? Give me the slime, slightly bigger, give it legs, call it a day. Same attacks, sure, why not? As long as they look different and I feel like I'm doing something different, cool. Doesn't have to be different. Just reskin them. Just reskin them. Put a chroma on them, you know? I'll pay the 217 RP. Just give them a chroma at least. So I really hope Dragon's Dogma 2 has more variety. And you know what? I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that they will. You know, it's a modern age game. They know what people like, what they don't like. They've had so many years to cook this in the oven. Yeah, I'm going to hold that hope. Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to be great. And that the Sphinx is just one of many great encounters. But, you know, like, that's me being optimistic. Killing monsters just to feel something. Yeah, you know, that's more of a me thing. That's like a personal thing. But I do, like, I want to feel the progression, right? You know, I want to kill slimes, you know, level 1 through 5, sure. level 90 plus. Like, I want to be killing gods, like, give me statues that come to life and they're relics of an old hero. You know what I mean? Like, give me something insane. I want to find a volcano that just came to life after thousands of years of plotting. Genshin Impact, from what I've seen, doesn't have that effect. But yeah, Dragon's Dogma, though, the OG game, it gave you that feeling of fighting like these big spectacles whenever you're fighting bosses. But as far as like regular encounters go, they're the same thing. They're the same thing.
それをやりたかったんです。
Also, this is a cool poster for Dragon's Dogma too. I didn't even notice this. I'm assuming the guy in the middle is us, right? Like, this looks like a stereotypical medieval fantasy character. The left and the right, it's kind of cool looking. Kind of cool looking. I don't know if it's just me, but the girl on the left kind of looks like a Khajiit from Oblivion.
いやでも不気味さ、本当に知恵比べをリアルにさせられてるような。
It's so creepy that it causes you to think that you're really in a battle of wits against it. I love that feeling. But I am the type of gamer where, believe you me, the minute I walk into the Sphinx's room and they hit my ass with a puzzle, I'm gonna be on Google, like looking up what's the answer. Like, get me the best way out of here. I don't know why, but I find that to be, at least for me, a fun point in games. I do that with Baldur's Gate and everything else. Like, any game that has choices and things that you can fail, I always look up how to get the best outcome. That's where I find my joy in video gaming. People like view that and say I'm killing the experience, and that's totally fine. But let me tell you, I guess I just get pleasure off killing the experience, right?
確に陥るんですよね。いやー、あの辺はすごく力入れて。
そう。
He looked so happy and then he looked so sad. Like. He said, we put a lot of work into this guy. The Sphinx, hours on end, overtime out the wazoo. Like, he looks so happy saying it, and then he has, like, PTSD flashbacks just thinking about all the hours he put into this. Look. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh, God. All the days I didn't see my family, dude. Holy crap. Japanese studios are pretty insane when it comes to their work culture. So hopefully they're getting sleep. But hopefully after the game releases, they eat well. They eat well.
そうなんですよね。謎々ね、皆さん割と正解されてたんですけど、不正解やったら終わりですからね。そこが。
That's the scary thing about Dragon's Dogma. Oh, are there a lot of choices? A lot of death? I love a challenge. No nipples! They got no nipples. Wait. Oh, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? I guess if you are like this legendary creature, you don't exactly need nipples anymore. Like who you feeding, buddy? There's just something so off-putting with no nipples. It's like they got pasties on. They still look good though. I still give her like a 9 out of 10.
A test of tenacity. It's good to be reunited.
スフィンクスが倒せるか倒せないか、戦えるか戦えないか。
Oh, I love this arena.
その謎の
Oh, wow.
一つなんで、そういうとこも含めて。
Oh, I love that. I mean, of course, that was in Dragon's Dogma 1, but I love the dynamic days and nights. Because in this one, they're fighting her during the day, but in this clip right here, they're fighting her at night. Which I just gotta say, fighting the Sphinx at night looks badass. That purple glow coming off of her flying in the air. Yeah, this is sick. This is sick. Whether or not you can defeat or even fight the Sphinx is a riddle too. I might have to pull a little bit of a Baldur's Gate 3, like multiple saves and F8s. I guess. I'm a purveyor of the truth. I love seeing all the outcomes, right? So yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
その謎の一つなんで。そういうとこも含めてスフィンクスとの謎の。
This is gonna sound like such a weird complaint. Like I said, another personal one, but I'm a big fan of clean UIs. And, I can't tell if it's because it's a test demo or if the game was always like this, but I've noticed that some Japanese action games and even JRPGs have UI and control schemes just implemented in, and you can't remove it. Like this shit right here. Can't even see. Let me see if I can turn off the subtitles. I can't. But if you look at the bottom left and bottom right, it's like, hey, like L2 for sheath and draw, R2 grab, L1 switch weapon skill. Like, that's cool whenever you're doing a tutorial, but past that, I really hope we have the option to turn it off. I forgot what game it was recently, but there was at least 2 or 3 games, actually, like no joke, Japanese RPGs and action games that have this permanently, and you just can't take it off. And I just get so annoyed because the game looks so beautiful that I just don't want this garbage on my screen. You know what I mean? And if the garbage is on my screen, at least give me an option to get rid of it. Monster Hunter has that annoying UI. Does it? Is that the game I'm thinking of? That's not even the game I was thinking of, to be honest. But hey, that I guess that's another prime example, man. Shoot. Monster Hunter World gameplay. Let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, the top right. Yeah. It's not as bad for Monster Hunter because it pops up when you're pressing the buttons or combo. But yeah, the top right, that does get annoying. Like, just like I said, give us the option to turn it off. If you want to put it on by default, that's cool, man. You know, you do you. You know, some people might look at this and they're like, hallelujah, I'm pressing triangle. But, you know, after a while, like, you know, put 10 hours into this class, you know, you're dual wielding, you know, every combo, like, yeah, you don't need this anymore. Just, I want to turn it off. And I hope Dragon's Dogma, you can turn it off. That's such a cool sword. Look at this sword. It has like this purple aura to it. I love that. I love that. Oh, it's ghastly, man.
でもなんか一方で思うのは、そのスフィンクスっていう今回一つの目玉になってるような存在がメインのゲーム進行と関係ないじゃない。
God damn. I don't want to stand up right now. I got a fucking boner, dude. Look at this. Meanwhile, even though the Sphinx is one of this game's featured attractions, look at the next line. It has nothing to do with the progression of the main game. I love that. Meaningful and impactful side content. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, man. I mean, as much as I love fetch quests, right? Like, I'm always going to do it. I'm a completionist. As much as I love fetch quests in video games, I also love it when they hide little bosses like this in there, you know? This feels good. And here's the thing. Even if this isn't a side quest, you could just stumble upon a cave and find the fucking Sphinx. That's dope. That's dope. Oh, man. Just give us meaningful exploration. And I'm sold.
ところにいるっていうのももう
関係ない関係ない、まあまあ、関係なくはないんだけど、関係なくもなくないか。
なくもなくもない。いや非常になんでしょう特別なコンテンツなのに結構隅っこにいるんで、なんかそういうのが他にも
いっぱいあるのね。
いっぱいいますよね。そういう大型モンスター。
そうなんですよ。あんまり詳しくは言えないんですけど。
We can't go into much detail, but we've really gone all out.
はい。
Love to hear it. Imagine there'd be a lot of players who beat the game without even encountering the Sphinx. More good news, more good news. The map is just so big. And while there is level design, with places we want players to go in a certain order... Oh, say it, say it. There are still characters placed all the way off in a corner. Oh god, I'm gonna ejaculate. That's awesome, dude. I think it's something so unique to open world games. Yeah, because open world games nowadays are so streamlined and or have such an empty map. They give you this giant open world, you know, like, oh man, it's like 10 real world kilometers, you know what I mean? But 90% of them is just plains. No towns, no characters, no monster diversity. Or it's fucking Starfield. Or it's fucking Starfield, right? You hop in Starfield, you got empty planet 1, empty planet 2, you got one small facility that's copy and pasted, and then you're good to go. You know, go fuck yourself, right? Thank you for the $70. From the way they make Dragon's Dogma 2 sound, it sounds like it won't have the Starfield problem, which I am... Oh, man, please. Please save us, Japan! Oh, God. Yeah, no, I love that. I love that. And like you said, Bethesda lost that touch. And the worst part is that they had that touch at one point. That's why when people call Starfield a Bethesda game, I just don't see it. I feel like that's disrespectful to what Bethesda games were. Saying Starfield is a Bethesda game could not be farther from the truth. When I think of a Bethesda game, I think of Oblivion, I think of Morrowind, Skyrim, Fallout 3, 4, Vegas, and just how exploration in those games felt so good. Like, in most of those games, I'd even do the main story. Like, the main story is like one of the last things I do in those games. Because I'm over here fucking around with all the different factions. I'm over here fucking around exploring caves I shouldn't go to yet. Getting like overpowered by people I shouldn't be fighting. And then there's Starfield, where, you know, you go fuck yourself, I guess. And it's sad that the best defense for Starfield that they came up with is that Starfield is realistic. I think that is insane. Oh yeah, you know, like, we wanted to keep the moons pretty realistic, so we put nothing on it. Elden Ring ruined open world games for me. Yeah, Elden Ring was great, dude. You could do anything in Elden Ring right off a rip. You can go to any area despite being under-leveled. It was such a fantastic experience. My one complaint with Elden Ring are the copy and pasted bosses, but they were few and far between where I couldn't complain too much. And even when they were copy and pasted, they at least had something different about them. Like, they put like a couple of mobs in there that are unique to them, or maybe the scene changes a little bit. And even though they are copy and pasted, you do get unique rewards from them, which I really appreciated. I think if you're gonna copy and paste a boss, I think Elden Ring did it the best. It wasn't as bad as it could have been for copy and paste. Yeah, exactly. Like, they could have been really bad with that, but I think Elden Ring pulled it off in such a spectacular way. Like, it's good. It's good. I give him a pass.
スフィンクスに限らず
It's not just the Sphinx.
見つかんなくてもいいから見つけた時にめちゃくちゃ感動するように作
We
ろう
made a
みたいな
lot that players don't necessarily need to find, but will be incredibly moved if they do find it. Yeah.
ここ
There's so
見つかんな
much.
くてもいいからっていう以上は見つかんなくても
That is
クリアできるよう
awesome.
に作っちゃったり
That is
するの
awesome
で
to hear.
非常に
いやもったいないんですよ。贅沢なん
It's such an extravagant waste. No, I think they're underselling how many people are completionists and love content like this. No. I think they know. They're having a good hoot and holler about this. They know that was time well spent. They know.
なんですよ。
贅沢なんだけど、でもそれは今回結構やっちゃってます。
そうですね。そういうとこに行かなきゃ手に入らないものとかも結構用意されてるんで。
そうだからね、いろんな人がこういうのないんですかって言ったら、もうあるんだけどね、みたいな。
A lot of times players may wonder if there is something the game doesn't have, only for our reaction to be, actually, it does have that. Wow.
ことが多い。
They're hyping this up. Now, if Dragon's Dogma 2 doesn't deliver, they're going to feel like buffoons. So I really hope they do deliver. Like I said, I am optimistic when it comes to this title right here.